Alright, y'all, how's it going? This is the same night I recorded out different stories, but I just want to make like a bunch of little short stories that's been there in my life. So I want to talk about the first time I had a gun pulled on me. You feel me? I live in Columbus, Ohio. I'm not gonna give an exact address, but around here there's a lot of ghetto-y stuff that happens. Like I live on a street where a kid shot his own best friend because of an ATV, like the four wheeler. And I just went to like the time I had the first time in my very young 15 years life that I've actually had a gun pulled on me. So, and if you remember the story of me getting expelled, I went to the school named CCA Dana, and I had a few different friends, and I had some ones that were actually like would fight you over a chocolate bar, and there was this kid named JT, like Justin Tanner, and there was a different one named David. So this one kid, I can't remember. I think his name was Jordan. Punched David over some stupid stuff, and they ended up running home because they couldn't fight. So they ended up running home, and me and my boys Soaking are walking, and we look back and we see like 15 people coming right at us, and it's JT and David's family. And before I knew it, one of them, there was named Donald, and he was one of my closest friends all the way through middle school and high school. I'm still am in high school. I'm in ninth grade, but they came down here running, and it was like 15 of them. So me and Soken were just sitting there, and Soken's like, "Should we run?" And I'm like, "No, they're not coming after us. We didn't do nothing." Needless to say, I was very wrong. So we're about almost to our like my block, and they're like, "Hey, what'd y'all do?" And it was some big like 5 foot nine. You got to keep in mind I was like 4 foot all the way up through middle school. And he's like, "Hey, what'd y'all do? Y'all better tell me where that went before I'll bust a cap in y'all ass." And I'm like, "What? Like we didn't even do nothing." And Soken is like we didn't even like it wasn't us, it was some other kids, and they're like, "Hey, which way they go?" And while they're doing this, they have like their hand in their pocket, I'm pretty sure over a gun. So then we're like, "Oh, they went that way," and they ran down the alley, and we point through the other way of the street because they had a gun. I'm like, I'm not trying to see no one get killed today. So they have a gun, and he was about to pull it on us. And me and Sogan start walking home. I run inside. I'm like, "Bro, mom, I just got a gun pulled on me. You need to call the cops," because I was fearing for my life. So my dad grabbed a Smith and Wesson and went outside, and we're all just sitting there talking. And my mom ended up calling the school, telling them what happened. And I'm like, finally, they're gonna get expelled or suspended or whatever. And turns out nothing happened, bro. We had to go up in there and write a note on what happened, an incident report. And it was so annoying. I'm like, bro, I was so ready for them to get expelled or suspended, but nah, nothing happened. But yeah, that was the first time I got a gun pulled on me. If you enjoyed, hit that like button for more story times.